Hey guys, what's up? Gamerdude back once again with some more gaming content. Unfortunately, it would appear that my 90-day ban is non-negotiable as I haven't heard anything back at all. So until it's resolved, which it probably won't be, I have decided to turn the channel into a Just the Facts vibe, like good old JJJ from Spider-Man PS4. So I'll be bringing you anything about games, future DLCs for games, potential DLCs for games, the future of game franchises, and any potential games that may or may not be coming in the future. I'll be doing this once a week while also trying to update you on my streaming ban, and I'll also be trying to upload other various gaming content. So this video today is talking about the potential upcoming Fantastic Four DLC for Spider-Man PS4. So getting right to business, let's go over the Fantastic Four content relating to the game. Now, just in case you missed the news, it was confirmed by Marvel Games and Insomniac directly that there is going to be some Fantastic Four related stuff coming to the game. Now, unfortunately, as to what this content is going to be, it is still unknown, as Marvel and Insomniac are keeping rather quiet about things. But we do have a few small teasers as to what this could be. Given how we're all still waiting to see what this content actually is, I do think it's going to be absolutely huge and much bigger than what we are actually expecting it to be. And the reason I say this is because of the recent live stream from Insomniac Games that was held on the 21st of January, which is telling us that the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week that began on the 8th of January is officially over. Now, seeing how this fantastic tease, see what I did there, pun. Anyway, so seeing the tease was provided to us about 2 weeks ago during the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week, I thought it would make sense for this content to release during that time. However, it didn't. As for live streaming, Insomniac have updated their schedule from streaming 5 times a week to only 3 times a week. They're now streaming Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. In their last stream, they did state that there was no update on the Fantastic Four content that they have confirmed is scheduled for Spider-Man PS4. Now, saying this, Insomniac did also confirm that they are going to be streaming some Spider-Man PS4 sometime next week. And usually, content creators, game developers and whatnot, they don't usually stream the game unless they want to show off some new content, like they were doing in Spider-Man with the City That Never Sleeps DLC. So even though there's no official news on this content this week, there could be some potential news dropping on us next week when they do their scheduled live stream, which leads me to believe there's a huge chance they will drop something new on us. And as I said earlier, it's why I believe this content is much larger than we have all been led to believe. So let's say if this Fantastic Four content was just going to be new skins for Spider-Man to wear in the game, it's more than likely that they would have dropped those suits on us during the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week. I mean, it would make sense, right? It would make total sense for them to drop those on us during that week. So even though it's not official, I'm still very intrigued by this content and how they've kept it all hush-hush since the last DLC in the City That Never Sleeps dropped. So besides the 3 alternate suits that we will probably obviously get during this update, I do think we'll receive a contextual update to Marvel's New York by switching out either, now bear with me on this one guys, they'll either switch out Fisk Tower or Oscorp Tower with the Baxter Building. I'll go into detail on that a bit later on. Now, there is the downer that Insomniac may only add 1 suit to this Fantastic Four update, More puns. Anyway, there's always that possibility that it could be the 1 or the 3 suits, like the patterns we've had from the prior updates. But seeing how long we've had to wait, and given how Spider-Man PS4 is aging out after all the official DLCs have finished, after everyone's probably finished the story and the New Game Plus story, it's led me to believe that there will be more than one suit and a big update to come with it. So the 3 suits I reckon they are going to add will be most relating to the Fantastic Four, which are as follows. Number 1 will be the Bombastic Bagman. Obvious choice for the Fantastic Four. It's not the best suit. Its life began as a spare suit given to Parker, worn by Johnny Storm after a battle, and his Spider-Man suit was damaged beyond repair. This suit made its first appearance on the 2001 Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 1. That is still one of the best Spider-Man games to date, I cannot stress enough. Now, number 2, it's also another obvious suit, it's the Future Foundation suit, which Parker wore when he became a member of the Fantastic Four after Johnny Storm's untimely death in the comics. This suit has also appeared in multiple games. Again, this suit's not much, it's just plain white with a gigantic spider logo on the front of it. It kind of looks like a symbiote suit, just in white. Like it could be, it kind of looks like the anti-venom suit. Let's go with the anti-venom suit, just less venomy, if that makes any sense. And finally, the official Fantastic Four Spider-Man suit, which is basically just a classic Fantastic Four uniform with an actual Spider-Man mask other than a bag over his head. Now, I would love to include images of these suits, guys, but yeah, I'm probably already in enough trouble with YouTube as it is, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, moving on. Now, I don't just say these 3 suits because they are highly requested from the fan base of the game, but because they relate to the Fantastic Four in a really interesting way. Plus, no doubt, with how Insomniac have designed the other suits in the game, they will look absolutely incredible in this game, even if there's nothing else to come with it. Now, looking at the big picture for this update, besides the suits relating to the Fantastic Four, as I said earlier, I think they would also add the Baxter building within Marvel's New York. We have already seen a tease to this in the new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, where the old Avengers Tower does appear to be getting a rather fancy remodel. Anyway, I also say this because if you actually return to Fisk Tower at the end of the City That Never Sleeps DLC, so the final one, the tower is actually for lease. So, not only would this be a great way to update Marvel's New York and the Marvel Universe, but it would be a great way to introduce these characters for potential updates to the game, or set up for the inevitable sequel that is definitely coming, because, you know, the game was fantastic. There's definitely going to be a sequel. They can't just say, no, that's it, this is all you're getting. That would be a bit of a kick in the nuts. So, knowing that Fisk Tower is actually under lease, and it's a rather large building, it will make sense for the Fantastic Four to begin renovations, or, well, in this case, Reed Richards to begin renovations, because, you know, the others will just sit there and do nothing. Anyway, it wouldn't take much editing the game's program to adjust the name on the building from Fisk to the number 4. Maybe some odd textural changes, maybe in the windows and the top of the building. Maybe they'll add the circle on the top of the building like they did in the original 2 movies. I still enjoyed those movies. A lot of people disagree with me, but I enjoyed those Fantastic Four movies. So, here is the game changer. If this is happening, if it is going to happen, because of the City That Never Sleeps DLC, I wouldn't expect Insomniac to just give away this content unless it's just 3 suits. Then of course they would give it away like they did with all the rest of them. So it's most likely that it would be a paid for DLC, round about the same price as the City That Never Sleeps was. Now, I was kind of pissed and salty when I first got the game, because I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to pay for these because my collector's edition went down under. I mentioned that in one of my first ever Spider-Man PS4 videos, that I lost out on it. And then I actually won it in a contest, so I got them for free anyway. So, bonus, right? Again, I'm not gloating, I'm just stating just a fact. Anyway, moving on. So, I'm saying this just down to the fact of how much Marvel's New York actually changes when you access a new DLC. For example, in the first DLC, the Heist DLC, the memorial plaque outside of City Hall commemorating Miles' father. So it stands to reason that because of this and the texture changes to the city throughout these DLCs, that we would actually have to pay for the new DLC if there is going to be one. Because we do know that Insomniac a while back did say that there were continual updates to the game throughout 2019, so maybe this is the update we're waiting for. We don't know. I'm just throwing speculation out there. I'm not one of these YouTubers that's saying this is happening, listen to me, I'm right all the time. So the icing on the cake would obviously be the inclusion of the Fantastic Four themselves within Spider-Man PS4. So unfortunately, we probably won't receive any new story-related content, given how the story actually ended and how the DLCs ended from that story pack, because it gave us that tease at the end with Peter Parker training Miles to be Spider-Man. And I'm only saying this because I know this shit happens. When that happens, when Miles shows up, when Miles gets his powers, Parker dies. When Miles shows up in the comics, in the TV shows and whatnot, Parker dies. And I've had this crazy theory that the next game will kick off with Miles monologuing about something and then flashback to Peter training him, but we won't actually find out that Parker is dead until the end of the game, obviously. You know, Miles will probably be sitting over his grave or something. The whole game will probably be based upon Miles feeling guilty for not saving Peter due to Peter not allowing Miles to take part in something that would have endangered Miles' life, but in turn would have also saved Peter's life. Yeah, anyway guys, that's about it for this video. That's my thoughts on this matter. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Short and sweet, just the facts video. I would really love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Shout out to all subscribers, old and new. Appreciate the love and support. Appreciate your supporting me through this tough time, through this 90-day ban, which it would appear is still standing, and I won't be able to stream for another 3 months. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Just the Facts with Gamerdude. Happy gaming. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for showing me all the love and support through this tough time. And I will hopefully catch you all real soon.